Okay, so I fully understand that this is going to sound quite crazy, but despite the recent move on the downside in NIR and in a lot of altcoins and even BTC, believe it or not, right around the lows, I actually bought a little bit of NIR protocol. And in today's update, I am going to present my case for why I do think probably soon in NIR we are going to start a great phase on the upside. So with all that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great time with your family and loved ones. And let me first things first explain to you what are my thoughts in the mid to long term. You see, overall in NIR protocol, by the way, this is on weekly time frame. In my view, from the lows to about the highs, we completed the subwaves for most likely a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave. I'm gonna say this was maybe an expanding leading diagonal, and you might say, well, okay, wave 4 is clearly smaller than wave 2. Well, I don't really think so. You see, this chart currently is on logarithmic. If I just put it on regular, there we go. As you can see, wave 4 is bigger than wave 2. Wave 3 by like a very decent margin is bigger than 1, and at the same time it is also smaller than wave 5. So all the rules in my view do apply to this thing being an expanding leading diag. Followed by that, we are having two about the lowest low down here about $8 and A, B, C in form of a zigzag, generally a correction structure, suggesting overall and on some higher degrees even, I believe we are having a great bullish setup. Now, our bullish setup can actually be in different forms, but let's not even consider the most optimistic scenario. Let's just be a bit pessimistic and argue that we're gonna have 5 up into a correction for wave B, and then what's next? Maybe another move up into our C leg, which in it we are at least going to take the highest side in here for the first target, about $21.50. But who knows? Maybe we're gonna end up going quite a bit higher than that. Now, believe it or not, even I don't want to be this optimistic and consider discount. And sure, I mean, I do think that we are going to have overall at least an ABC zigzag, but allow me to tell you, even if you want to be more pessimistic than this, well, okay, you can actually count on this specific phase into our C leg to not actually happen in this cycle. But even according to this count in the midterm, meaning in the next couple of months, in year, one way or the other, we can actually count on a good move on the upside. And the reasons for it comes down to what is going on in terms of overall structures in this area. So here is what I have in my mind. In my view, off of the lows, we are having an A, B, C zigzag, and this is kind of a big problem. Why is that? Let's go around here. You see, if you want to be really bullish on any chart and you want to say maybe we are having our final low around this region, I don't know, let's say this is like a very important support. Okay, fair enough. Find me then off of the lowest low in here a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in order for me to flip bullish. This specific structure is called an impulse. Rules for it are we should not have overlapping of the waves between wave 2 and 4, and in any kind of 5 wave, our wave 3 should not be the smallest wave. And in terms of the subwaves, I think you know what I'm about to say. We're gonna have 5 wave up. Let's change the colors into wave 1, 3, and 5. And for wave 2 and 4, we can have different scenarios. Doesn't really matter a whole lot. Let's say, excuse me, what just happened? Let's just stretch this one a bit more. Maybe, yeah, okay. Let's consider ABC into 4 and like a WXY into wave 2. Now, what is going on in near starting from the lowest low? I think we may have 5 wave up followed by a correction down, something like this, ABC, and then another 5 wave on the upside. And that is pretty much it, meaning we are not having like a correction and another 5 wave up. No, I think we are having something like this off of the lowest low, which are the sub waves for, you know what, an A, B, C zigzag. And this means maybe we are going to visit the lows once more. Now, having said that, this doesn't really mean that we are like in serious trouble and from the current point we are going to get a big move down in order to set new lows. No, we can also consider another possibility, and the reason for why I would actually like to consider that specific scenario as my primary case is this. You see, it's basically the exact opposite situation of having our final low. If you want to say maybe around this area we are going to have our final top, then okay, off of the highest side in here, you have to be able to find a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave on the downside. Now, Let's go on the live chart and practice what we have learned so far and come up with a decent conclusion of what might be next in Near protocol. So far we said this is ABC up, meaning at one point in Near we are going to get a move down in order to take the loss. But why isn't that one point is going to be the current point? And for example, why is it that I'm not considering having a massive move down in order to take the lowest low down here about $1 effective immediately? Well, I got a couple of reasons for it. Let's go through them one by one. First things first, between all the highs in here, excuse me, what just happened? Let's just do this. Okay, between all the highs in this area, which one is the highest high? As you can see, it is going to be this one. And let me ask you a very important question. How exactly are you able to find in this initial phase down right in here from the side to about this point a 5 wave? Well, I'm here to tell you that I have really tried. I'm gonna say odds of having in this region a 5 wave is like so low to a degree that it shouldn't really be my base case. That's why I want to consider whatever kind of move that we are having to about the current area as just corrective movement and not an impulse. Meaning what? Yep, in your protocol we can at least, according to our base case, consider having ABC up, sure, but on a higher degree into a wave W, followed by a correction down in form of maybe like a WX by a very complex structure into wave X. And what's next? I'm gonna say we are probably going to get at least another move up into our wave Y, and our move can be in different shapes. For instance, according to this scenario, we're gonna have an ABC also in form of a zigzag, completing the subways for on a higher degree a WXY in form of a double zigzag. And this is the key point. Please pay attention. In my view, in Near protocol, hopefully by the end of the cycle, we are going to get a good move up, and in that phase, we are at least going to take this important high for the first target about $9. But I think we are probably going to go quite a bit higher than that, and as a better target, you can actually consider this very significant resistance area between 12 to about 14.5, let's say even $15 region, meaning from the current point we can expect something like a 600-700% move on the upside. And from my view, that's actually not that bad. Now, do we have some more reasons to consider at least a bullish move in the midterm, meaning again in the next couple of months? I'm not talking about what might happen tomorrow or maybe the day after it. I'm just talking about in terms of midterm structures. And I think you do actually have some more arguments to say, you know what, we are going to get a good move up from the current point, hopefully. And that comes down to classic technical analysis, meaning support and resistances. You see, this yellow area right in here is such an unbelievably strong support from weekly and daily time frame at the same time. And in my view, as long as we are not breaking this thing, meaning as long as in weekly time frame we are not seeing a candle close under here, excuse me, there we go, followed by a pullback and then a continuation of the move down in order to take the loss, I think as long as we're not doing this thing, we are allowed to be very much optimistic and count on yet another good move on the upside. Now, if you are wondering what is actually this big red range right in here, this isn't actually a support or a resistance. No, this basically shows you that in here we are stuck in a beautiful ranging pattern. And given the recent phase on the downside, if you want to ignore this important shadow, honestly, I actually would. Well, okay, you can argue, in my view, that we are having something like a Wyckoff accumulation pattern, and this could very well be our final test in Near protocol. And the fact that we are at the same time around this important support also, in my view, adds more validity to this argument, meaning what? A Wyckoff accumulation pattern is actually happening around the lows, and I'm really hoping that this is going to work and send us up big time. And I actually forgot to tell you this. You see, around the higher band of our ranging pattern, also we are having a very important resistance area. And as you can see, how many times have we touched this thing? Let's just have a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times we reached to about here, and every single time we got some sort of a reaction from it. And that means, at least in my opinion, you can have a different one. I absolutely respect it. That means, in my opinion, odds are in Near Protocol. The next time that hopefully we're going to go up and get to here, we are actually going to get a break of this thing, since this is such a weak area of resistance. And at that point, when we get a break of this thing, I would like to argue that our move up is going to accelerate quite a bit. Now, do we have some more reasons for why I actually bought near around the recent lowest low? I think so. Yes, you see, in Near Protocol, we are actually having a very interesting situation. And even if you do not believe in Elliott waves and classic TA, and you only want to go according to what gaps are telling you, but guess what? I think I have good news for you. You see, when we got this specific face down right in here on daily time frame, this actually happened way too fast, and as a result of it, pay attention, in weekly chart we actually created a very clear gap, and I believe gaps 95+% of the time are going to get built. So I'm gonna say once more, in Near Protocol, hopefully my base case suggests that we're gonna get a bounce from this important support and fill that gap, which is where, yep, I think I talked about this subject actually before. I believe it was somewhere around 5.5 to about, I think it was $6.5 region. And even this face up is going to be how much? Let's just measure it real quick. From the lows to about the highs, this is about a 220% move on the upside. And from my view, that's actually not that bad. So these are the reasons for why I bought near for the next couple of months. And I do think that we are primed for a move on the upside, and every single analyst at any given moment should have, for every single possibility that he or she is considering, a very key invalidation point. And how about my key invalidation point? It is going to be breaking this important area of support, which the lower band of it is about $1.8. Break this thing, at that point, maybe we should actually count this bullish structure in the midterm out. On the other hand, as long as we are not getting a break of it, let's hope that we are going to have a fantastic move on the upside. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in here. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.